The man paused, mid-step, his umbrella catching the soft drizzle as he looked down at the tiny voice that stopped him. "Please buy our puppy," the little girl whispered, clutching a cardboard sign that was nearly as big as she was. Her coat was too thin for the cold, her cheeks red from the wind, and yet she smiled through the shiver. He knelt down to her level, something catching in his chest, something he couldn't explain. That moment, that child, would change his life forever. And he had no idea, she was the daughter of the woman he fired just 1 month ago. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you believe kindness can change lives, and that sometimes, second chances come in the most unexpected ways. A month earlier, Rebecca Myers, a single mother in her late 30s, sat across from the HR director in the towering glass building of Grayson Industries, trying to keep her composure. "I'm sorry, Rebecca," the HR director said gently, avoiding eye contact. "The board has approved layoffs due to budget cuts. Your department has been dissolved." Rebecca's heart sank. She had worked in the company's logistics department for 7 years. She was never late, never took a sick day she didn't need, and always stayed overtime without complaint. Her daughter Emily, only 6 years old, depended on her. There was no one else, no family nearby, no ex-husband sending support, no safety net. She walked out that day feeling invisible, replaced by numbers and projections. Behind a frosted glass door, Ethan Grayson, the young CEO of Grayson Industries, watched her go without a word. He hadn't known her name, only that she was on the list of cuts. Business was business, after all. 2 weeks passed. Bills began to pile up. Rebecca sold their TV, then her jewelry, and finally even cancelled Emily's art classes, the one joy in her daughter's week. Then, one rainy evening, Emily came into the kitchen, hugging a small brown puppy in her arms. "His name's Cinnamon, Mommy," she said softly. "He followed me home. He's hungry." Rebecca knew they couldn't keep him. But when Emily looked up at her with wide, pleading eyes, she didn't have the heart to say no. For a week, Emily fed the puppy scraps. They grew close, he slept at the foot of her bed, followed her everywhere. But one morning, when Rebecca opened the pantry and saw only half a loaf of bread left, reality hit. "We can't afford to feed him, sweetheart," Rebecca said, tears threatening. "We'll have to find him a new home." And that's when Emily had an idea. She painted a sign in colorful letters, "Puppy for sale. Please help us." And together, they set up a small box outside the busy corner near downtown. They didn't ask for much. Just enough to give Cinnamon a better life, and maybe enough to buy groceries for the week. Ethan Grayson was having a difficult day. Investor meetings, layoffs backlash, and a board that only cared about numbers. He hated what the company had become. What he had become. Walking through downtown in the rain, just needing air, he noticed a little girl by the sidewalk. Her jacket was soaked. A cardboard sign leaned against her boots. A worn leash connected her to a sleepy brown puppy curled in a blanket. He was going to pass her by, until she looked up. "Please buy our puppy," she whispered, her voice shaking but hopeful. He stopped. There was something in her eyes. Something hauntingly familiar. "What's his name?" he asked. "Cinnamon," she smiled. "We love him, but Mommy says we can't keep him." Ethan's gaze drifted to the woman standing behind the girl, holding an umbrella, looking away, ashamed. "Rebecca." He blinked, stunned. The woman he had fired. The realization hit like a punch to the gut. He remembered seeing her face at the exit, her eyes full of disbelief. And now, just weeks later, she was out here. Selling her daughter's only comfort. Not because she wanted to. But because he made her. Ethan bought the puppy. He handed Emily a thick envelope. "Cinnamon has a good heart. Just like you." He didn't say much else. He simply gave Rebecca a quiet nod, and walked away, heart racing. Inside that envelope was $2,000, and a business card. "Come to my office Monday. Let's talk." That night, Rebecca cried for the first time in weeks, not out of sorrow, but out of overwhelming relief. On Monday, she walked into Grayson Industries again, this time with dignity in her step and Emily proudly holding her hand. Ethan apologized. Not just for the layoff, but for forgetting that behind every spreadsheet was a life. "I need someone who understands people, not just systems," he told her. "Come back. But this time, work with me. Let's build something better." He not only reinstated her job, he promoted her to Community Operations Director, tasked with creating programs to support employees during hard times. She accepted. 3 months later, Grayson Industries launched a new initiative, the Heart of Grayson, a fund to support employees during layoffs, health crises, and family emergencies. It was spearheaded by Rebecca. And at every company event, Emily proudly introduced Cinnamon, now the official mascot of the campaign, a reminder of the moment kindness turned a stranger into a savior. As for Ethan, he never looked at numbers the same again. He learned something that day, kneeling on the wet sidewalk.